This is the plaintiff, Eileen Tumanaro. She says the defendant, her husband, took her valuable belongings from a house they shared, and he won't return them. This is a new low for the defendant, who's been emotionally abusive to her for years. And the buck stops here. That's right, she's suing the cat for $3,000, the value of her missing stuff. This is the defendant, Stephen Tumanaro. He says he came home from work one day and he was greeted by the movers she secretly hired, and they basically cleaned out his house. Next day, she called and claimed she couldn't find some of her belongings and accused him of stealing them. It's kind of funny she claimed he took her things when she was the one who hired the movers and left him. He's accused of getting his wife hot and bothered.
All parties, please raise your right hands. Be seated. Come to order, please.
Okay, Ms. Tumanaro, you are suing your soon-to-be ex-husband,
Yes.
Mr. Tumanaro, for $3,000 in items that you say he refuses to return to you or pay you for, and has stolen from you. You call it theft.
Yes, that is correct, Your Honor.
All right. How long were you married to your husband?
We're together approximately 16 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then at some point, it's obvious that the marriage is terminating. But you're still living there?
I am not living in the house at the moment. I am living in the co-op.
I'm not talking about this moment. I'm talking about the moment when all the stuff that you're coming to court to sue on happens, that you ended up moving out, correct?
Well,
No, not correct.
I had moved some furniture from my house to the co-op.
Why were you moving furniture from your house to a co-op?
Because our house...
Whose co-op?
Well, my mother owns a co-op.
Okay.
Our house is in foreclosure.
Okay.
My husband has not paid the mortgage in 40 months.
Okay.
The reason why I am not in the house right now is because I had moved some furniture from the house to the co-op, and I was not supposed to do that because I realized that it was joint property, and that's why at the moment I am not allowed back in the house. My lawyer told me...
Right. So what you had done, were you in a divorce proceeding at that point or no?
Yes, we are.
No, then were you in a divorce proceeding at the point? What day did she move the furniture?
December 11th.
Of what year?
2012.
Okay. On December 11th of 2012, you come home and you find that what has happened?
All the furniture was missing.
All of the furniture or some of it?
All the furniture on the first floor.
Was missing.
Yes.
And were you already on the outs? Was the divorce already in process?
Oh yeah, it's been in process for the
It
first
had
year.
been in
Oh,
process
yes.
before that.
Yes.
So she has a lawyer.
Correct.
Apparently she didn't consult the lawyer.
Correct.
And then
Well,
she
I
wiped
did.
out the first floor of furniture.
Correct.
And then what do? Do you call her?
No, I called the police.
Okay. Were you guys living in the same house at that point?
Yes.
But so why, I guess out of curiosity, why wouldn't you call her and say, did you just take the furniture? Don't you want to hear it from her lips?
No, I don't normally call her anyway, so I just did not.
Did you call your lawyer?
Yes, I did.
Okay, well, your lawyer will call her lawyer, who will call her, who will get you the answer. And so do you get the answer? That she took the furniture?
Oh, yes.
Okay. And then what happens? Well, let's go to you. Then what happens is you get a call from your lawyer, and what does your lawyer tell you? You can't do that.
Well, my lawyer did tell me that if you do anything like that, we're going to have problems. And I made the mistake. I realized that I made a mistake.
So did you hire movers and bring the furniture back?
Yes, the following day, the furniture was moved back the following day, and
All
the
of it?
furniture, all of the furniture was there the following day at 5 p.m.
Okay.
I realized that.
When do you discover that, according to you, and this is the subject of your lawsuit, he then steals your clothes and glasses?
My 3 pairs of brand new prescription eyeglasses that I just purchased, and I could not afford to buy these. I planned on returning them the following
Are you going to return
morning.
prescription eyeglasses? You're going to tell them it doesn't work?
Yeah, I have.
That's all
I
right. It's all right. Go ahead. Go on.
Okay. So, and also along with my eyeglasses, all of my clothes were missing. I had nothing to wear but the clothes on my back the morning of December 12th.
Can I just ask you a question just from, if you are without permission taking a bunch of furniture, why don't you safeguard your own things and take out your stuff at the same time? Why would you leave your valuables? Because don't you think he's going to be mad? Weren't you with him 16 years? You don't think he's going to?
Yes.
So
what?
why didn't you just take your stuff? Why would you leave your stuff there?
I should have known better because a marriage counselor said that he has passive-aggressive behavior. And I know that kind of behavior, it's very spiteful behavior. And they really are angry people inside.
When did you discover that you were missing all this stuff?
The morning of December 12th.
And you discover your stuff missing.
Yes.
So it was 3 pairs of glasses, $400 in winter tops, $260 in pants and jeans, $250 in designer handbags, an inflatable bed worth $250. What inflatable bed is worth $250?
It was an inflatable bed for a person.
Do you have receipts for any of these things?
I have a receipt for my eyeglasses for $1,535.
Okay, the dog bed and a dog leash. Those things were missing?
Yeah, I don't.
Did
have
you take the dog?
Did
you take the dog?
Oh, yes, I had the dog with me. Yeah.
Okay, so had you talked with him about the dog? How long had you guys had the dog together?
Well, for about 8 years we've had.
8 years, and you just took the dog too?
Well, I'm the one that walks the dog. I'm the one that feeds the dog, and
okay.
So
why don't you tell me where is all this stuff?
If it's not with her, I don't know where it is.
You sure?
Why would she
takes the dog, wipes and clean up the furniture. You're not a little angry when this happens?
I was surprised.
Were you a little angry?
More so I was concerned that my daughter wouldn't be upset because it was kind of.
How old's your daughter?
She's 14.
And did she take your daughter too? Or
no.
Okay. So the daughter was going to be sleeping in her own place.
That's correct.
All right, so go on. Tell me about how somebody else got rid of all this stuff. I find it suspicious. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I understand.
Because this is reminding me of that movie, Waiting to Exhale. Well, let me tell you about it. In that movie, what is the name of that beautiful actress? I can't remember, the one who sets stuff on fire. Okay, she finds out her husband is cheating on her, and that he's stealing money and funneling money. So she goes to his closet, takes all of his Italian suits, Angela Bassett, takes all of his Italian suits, puts them all in the front of the house in Beverly Hills and starts a bonfire and sets them on fire because it feels good. Okay. So my question to you is, when you come home and you see that she has had the temerity to take all of the furniture that you and your daughter sit on and live in, because at some point later on, somebody else needs your furniture, you're not angry and collect a few of her things and get rid of them?
No.
Did you have movers going in and out of there?
Yes, we did. But that evening when I went back to the house on December 11th, I know that my glasses were still there. I left my glasses there. All my clothes were still there. So I know that the moving company did not take those items from the house to the co-op, because when I came back that evening, I know that the items were still there in the house. It happened between the hours of 11 p.m. and 7:30 a.m. And the only two people that were in the house was my husband and my daughter.
Okay, and this clothes, the winter stuff, was where?
In the room, in the den where I was sleeping. Because I was forced out of my bedroom by orders of protection that my husband...
Orders of protection?
Yeah. Well, I was not allowed to go into the bedroom.
How did you get an order of protection on her to leave the bedroom?
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. How do you know that the person you're about to marry could get abusive with you? I mean, is there a test? What can you do? What do you do?
I don't know.
I mean, it is a hard one. Anybody have an idea here? Anybody have a theory?
Yeah. Well, throughout the relationship when you're dating, typically there's conflict. And then if you see the emotional response and how they are in terms of, do they fly off the handle at the easiest thing? Do they have good relationships amongst their friends? How do they treat them? And then eventually you'll see, because when you get married, that's the most heated of relationships.
You know what? That was so well said that I'm going to stop. That was excellent. Really good going inside the courtroom.
Due to her violent nature, she would do things, and I would go to family court, and the judge.
But what was the basis for getting an order of protection? What did she do?
I'd like to know.
You like to know? She was violent.
How? Describe it. I want to hear the facts.
Kicking, punching.
Was it always that way?
No, it wasn't always that way. It was more so the past couple of years, I'd say.
The oddest thing, they're allowed to live in the same place, but she has to stay away from the bedroom by an order of protection. But apparently you use the same kitchen. I mean, what was that? How chilly was this? Like, how would you talk to each other?
I try to make it as civil as possible, yes.
As difficult?
Civil.
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 I thought you said as difficult as possible. And then your poor 14-year-old is living amidst this kind of chaotic arrangement. Where's the 14-year-old living now? In the co-op or with you or both places?
With I.
She's living with you?
Yes.
She's comfortable in the house where she grew up in Maine.
Yeah, I understand that, but you see her.
Oh, I do see her. I drive her to school every morning.
Okay. I just want to make sure that we're disrupting her as little as possible.
There is no domestic violence going on. I mean,
how did you get the restraining order? At least there's an allegation of it.
Well, you can highly
you could say
false allegations.
Yeah,
Based on false allegations.
All right. So either there's domestic violence going on, or he's a manipulative liar who made it up against you.
Thank you. I love you. Thank you.
Okay. No, those are the only two choices. I'm not deciding which it is. All right. But I got to tell you, these cases are difficult because I wasn't there. I would love to be able to transport myself to that moment in time and figure it out. But here's what these cases are and aren't. This isn't a criminal case where proof has to be to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt. This is a civil case where I have to find it more likely than not. And, do I have a feeling that it actually happened that way? You are the only human with the kind of motive to go ahead and do this because you're angry. And I wouldn't blame you because I'd be really angry too. So I am going to award her some money because I kind of think you did. But I'm not going to award her the amount she's asking for, which is it's not the statutory maximum, but it's really high because you don't have the proof of all of that you're saying. I am going to rule in favor of the plaintiff in the amount of $2,000. That's my judgment.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so that's it for this case. As the defendant walks out after hearing a judgment for the plaintiff, what's your feeling about that?
Well, I think the judge kind of swayed towards her because she felt sympathy for her. I don't. I
think she went according to the law. That's what judges do. It's according to the law.
It's according to the law, but I don't think she made the right decision.
All right, good luck.
Thank you.
With that. All right, head right down this way. All right, so step on in here. You satisfied how this comes out?
Oh, I'm very happy with the outcome.
You are?
Yes.
Why are you so happy about it?
Because the judge did say that he was a manipulative liar.
No, she didn't say that. She said it was one or the other. She didn't really judge him that way.
Okay, all right. Well, I am happy with the.
What about the daughter here? How is this affecting her?
It's affecting her a lot. It is affecting her a lot, and I think that I guess together we have to try to
minimize that.
Yes.
Okay. All right, Harvey.
Okay, the burden of proof in a civil case is just slightly tipping the scales, which the plaintiff did. I have to tell you something. Right after we went back inside the courtroom, this dude who seems so smart and so reasoned tells me, my wife's right here, so I have to be really careful. Love that, going inside That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.